Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Howsit, episode 16. I'm your host, Richie Hinson, joined as always by Chloe Pearl. What's up, Chloe?
What's up, guys?
Today, we have, for the first time ever on Howsit, a duo of guests.
Do you guys feel
It's the first
special?
time ever.
I
Very.
feel really special. I had no idea. You brought the love seat out for us.
Of
We did.
course.
I heard you guys were in love, so I brought the love seat out.
And here we are sitting really far
Indeed
apart on the love seat.
You guys,
Yeah.
this is Layton and Chelsea Boeve. They are amazing. They go to New Hope. They are. How long have you guys been married?
Five and a half?
5.5
Five and a
years.
half years.
You even got the half right. Way to go.
Yeah.
5 and 3.
I figure after you hit 6, you can stop saying
Okay,
the half.
that's
It's
fair.
just-
Yeah,
That's fair.
love
Yeah.
that. Amazing.
So Chelsea, you guys may have seen her. She sings on Sunday mornings quite often. And Layton works a lot with our missions team. So you maybe have even seen him on Sunday morning talking about missions work. So Layton and Chelsea are around all the time. We get to see them a lot, which is great. And we're super pumped to have you guys on the show. So welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome.
So I'm going to see how long you're going to be pumped to be here because we're going to play a game right now.
Okay.
This is a game that was on back in the day, and maybe the kids have never seen it, but their parents are going to really enjoy this. The Newlywed Game.
All right.
Okay.
So we have 8 questions that we're going to ask you. You're each going to give the answer according to what you think is true of the other person.
Okay.
And then we're going to check our answers.
All right.
I'm going to say if you guys get 6 out of 8, I'm
We
buying
can
you
stay
dinner.
married.
6. Oh, done.
6 out of 8.
Whoa.
You just raised
I'm
the
buying you
stakes
guys dinner.
significantly, but dinner sounds
2
good.
out of 8, then you have to go to counseling.
All right. Done.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
Chloe, why don't you kick us off? Question one.
Awesome. Okay, so am I reading this question for one of them?
They're both going to do it.
They're both going to do it.
So
for-
really, there's 16 total points.
Okay.
Amazing.
Wow, okay.
Good to know. Okay.
Okay.
What is your spouse's favorite movie?
Okay, so we'll give you guys a
Chelsea
second to
looks
think.
nervous.
No.
Easy. This is going to be hard
I
for
know.
you.
Mine is so
Mine's
easy,
super
man.
easy.
Okay, so this is an easy one. So what do you think Chelsea's favorite movie is?
Chelsea's favorite movie is Pretty Woman.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's a classic.
Don't
Okay.
watch it without your parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay,
Oh,
what about the
dang.
other direction now?
I'm going to go out on a limb. I mean, like something like Shawshank Redemption,
That's really good. It'd be hard to say that's wrong.
but it's wrong.
I mean,
But I think it might be.
it'd probably be.
What is it?
I could have given you probably either Dumb and Dumber.
I knew
What?
that.
That's a completely
I did
different
know
direction.
that.
It's a totally different direction.
You've told
but
me that
Shawshank is so
before.
good. It's hard to go against Dumb and Dumber.
You've told me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My bad. Okay.
All
So
right.
amazing.
So-
So 1 point.
On the road to
Layton.
counseling. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, question number 2. Actually, I should ask that one last. I'm going to ask that
Okay.
one last. Okay. Where did you go on your first date? So here's how we're going to do this one. I'm going to count down from 3, and you guys are going to say your answer at the same
Can we
time.
clarify really quickly?
Your first date.
Okay, so it's like officially when we were dating, or like the first time.
First
First
date.
time the two of you went out solo.
Okay,
Solo.
easy.
Easy.
Easy? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
The farm.
Our farm.
Okay.
Oh, good
All
job,
right.
guys.
Good answer.
Deadly. She had no chance.
Yeah, there were cows and baby pigs.
Baby pigs, and it was over.
we
It
parked
was
on a
good
hill,
for
and
you,
he's
man.
like,
Way to go.
Yeah.
Just putting
Nice
it on
work.
you.
Thank
"Yeah,
I love
I
it.
had no chance."
Okay, next question. What is your spouse's shoe size?
Okay.
All right, Layton, what's Chelsea's shoe?
Chelsea's shoe size is an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, now vice versa.
15.
It's correct.
Nice.
Sometimes
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
my
Like
word.
Nike.
Dependent, right?
Yeah, Nike.
Sometimes
and-
sandals, like your Birks, I think are like a 14.
Yep, 14 or 15.
Okay.
Very
Wow.
good.
Well done.
Okay.
Okay.
That one, honestly, I thought was going to be a hard one. There's a
Oh,
long
that's
time where
easy.
I didn't know.
Really? You didn't know
Yeah.
Becky's?
I didn't know.
Do you know
Becky's for the
Nehemiah?
longest
I
time.
really
nine
like
and a half.
boots.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I really like women's
Check me,
boots.
Nehemiah.
So
Yeah.
like I was buying Chelsea boots throughout a relationship.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, you nailed it.
I don't like them for me. I like them for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Important
clarifying.
clarification.
What is your spouse's favorite ice cream flavor?
Okay,
That's easy.
I can get yours.
Layton loves ice cream. I'm not a big fan of ice cream.
I think I can get
Okay.
yours. Okay.
You go first.
Me first.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's lavender.
Yes,
What?
babe.
Whoa!
Where do you get lavender ice cream?
Milk and honey.
Knowing
Do you
me.
feel so seen right now?
Yes.
You're
This
welcome.
is how awesome marriage is. Wow.
It's going great.
I love
Pre-screening was a success.
Yeah, it's the milk and honey lavender. It's got
Okay.
homemade honey. It's delicious.
Not a
Amazing.
sponsor of this show, but
Could be. We're open.
Y'all got to
Yeah.
go there.
We're open. Okay, so what's the vice versa then?
Mint chocolate chip.
easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Great.
Wow, slam dunk.
I love that.
Nice.
Okay, next question. You can tell Richie wrote this question. What grooming product could your spouse not live without?
We have so many. I have a lot.
I know I'm going to say for you, but I don't know what I'm going to say for me. Do you want to go first? I can guess yours first.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is a little bit broad, but I think this is a fair answer.
Okay.
I'm going to say the curly girl hair technique.
You know it because
Yeah.
what we don't realize, y'all that don't have curly hair, is that you have to have like 3 products, and there's a
Yeah.
technique, and it's this whole thing.
That's
yeah.
fair.
But he just
That's
nailed
legal.
it. Yeah, that's
You
that was
nailed
a
it.
legal
The fact
answer.
that you knew the
100%.
name, I'm really impressed by that
Way
one.
to go.
You're killing it.
The routine is extensive, so I'm quite familiar with it.
Okay, great.
Quite
I love
familiar.
that. That's amazing.
Oh man. You know, I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna say, yeah, your hair stuff too.
I think that's fair. I have like really bushy hair.
Okay.
And so I never wanted to be a product guy, but
Yeah.
if I'm not wearing a hat, I kind of have to. Otherwise, I look like a Q-tip.
I get that. What is the product? Is it
Can't have a
pomade?
Q-tip.
I changed. It's like any kind of like
You don't
like-
wanna
like
say?
textured stuff. I don't have any. Like I move around.
It comes from a salon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
We get-
fine.
we get him
So I just asked
fancy
Chelsea
hair
to
gel.
rotate me
Yeah.
stuff, and then
Okay.
she just
Stuff that
brings me
smells
stuff.
good.
You ever try
Stuff
Suavecito?
No,
That stuff's baller.
Really?
And it smells nice. It smells like manly.
Suavecito. I like the
It
name
smells
too.
like-
Okay, that's on the
Yeah.
list.
It does.
We'll put
when
that
I
in
was
rotation.
when I had a pompadour, which I had for a long time. You guys only know me as the person who wears hats. There's a long time where I had like a pompadour, like a legit tall pompadour, and Suavecito's the jam.
Can we cut in on the show like a picture of that? Do we have
I'll
the
put a
technology?
picture of the can of Suavecito
Okay.
in the middle.
I want
Okay.
the
Absolutely.
pompadour in you is what I'm thinking.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
There might be a picture of that somewhere. I'd have to look. Okay. Dude, that was impressive. Way to go,
Thanks.
guys. What flavor of cake was served at your wedding? This is another 3, 2, 1.
Y'all bet you better get this right.
I know who,
So, look,
I
if
know
you
who
had-
made it.
Okay.
If you had a
we
sheet
did it
cake
for you.
and a cake for you guys, I'm looking for the cake for you guys flavor.
Okay.
The cake
that
for
makes
you
sense.
guys.
Like your cake.
Well, we cut the cake
Yes,
on,
the
babe.
cake that you cut.
I know exactly what it. I can picture the cake. Your sister made it for us. I just can't remember the flavor. Okay, I'll just guess.
Okay, ready?
This is
3,
so easy.
2, 1.
Coconut?
Chocolate. What? Bro, we made it chocolate because
It
you
was-
wanted chocolate. I didn't get
like
to choose.
a white cake. I've seen the pictures
oh,
of
no, No, man, come on.
It was
a
white.
naked cake and it was chocolate. We chose chocolate because you wanted
it.
chocolate.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh man,
That
now you
is
get a
so
little hint
good.
into our
That's
marriage.
not how he remembers it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not my truth. So
Okay, well, that's fine. That's, you know,
Coconuts.
it's okay.
Yeah.
That one's
Okay,
okay.
next question. I feel like this could be hard. What is your spouse's most repeated sentence or phrase?
Oh, what's your spouse's catchphrase? I love this one.
I gotta think about this. I'm trying to think of you and me.
I have 2 that I would do for you.
Oh, yeah, you got to pick one.
Top catchphrase.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for it.
I don't know. Hang on, give me just a second.
Chloe, while we wait, does Nehemiah have a
Okay, I think I
catchphrase?
know what you're gonna say.
Let's do this.
Sometimes he says, his grandpa, who's like 90 years old, he's so amazing. He says, "Baby doll," and so sometimes Nehemiah says it, and I'm like,
That is so
dude,
precious.
that's hilarious.
That's
Do you,
a spectacular
that's the
catchphrase.
only person in my entire life that I've heard say that, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys can attest. Baby doll.
I
wanna
And
hear
so
Nehemiah
he
say
says-
that. I
wanna
that.
hear him
I
say
wanna
He
hear
that.
says
Nehemiah
it
say
sometimes.
too.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'll have to ask him about it.
Incredible.
Okay, I bought you some time, Chelsea. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing for yours first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's the hands up at the chest, like, oh my word, excitement.
Yeah. I just did it, I think, when you were like Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
All right, what's yours for me?
I gotta think about this.
Richie, what's Becky's?
It's gotta be maybe answer.
What's
Becky's.
what's
Becky's.
Becky's?
Becky's is
Catchphrase.
ew.
Oh, I can't even
Yep.
picture her saying
That might be her next license plate. She says it so much.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, Chelsea, we've bought
Do you know what
time.
it is?
I have an idea. Go ahead.
Babe, I don't even know. I'm drawing such a blank right now. I'm so sorry.
I think no catchphrase is also an answer. Some people don't have catchphrases. That's
You are
okay.
just your vocabulary is so extensive.
Just you're covering for the fact that you don't even
I
know.
don't
me at all.
know. I don't know. You do. Okay.
I'm not sure there's an answer.
I don't.
honestly.
Okay. I don't think there is one. You do actually. I was kind of joking, but you legit do have such a broad vocabulary.
I do a lot of annoying things, but I'm not sure I repeat certain things.
So no catchphrase is the
Yeah.
answer.
Sometimes I'll be like,
Wow.
bro, or like if I'm driving, I'll be like, what are we doing?
I was
what are we
gonna
doing
say
here?
bro,
Like I'll,
but
Yeah.
Bro.
you don't say that very often.
All right, I'm going to give you
mostly.
half points for that one.
Okay,
Okay. Sorry.
That's
that's
half
fair.
points.
That seems fair.
Okay. All right, this is the last one. I'm really throwing you under the bus,
Which one of us?
both of you.
Okay.
What is your spouse's biggest pet peeve?
Oh, this is
Don't make
so
us ready.
easy. So
with
easy.
each other or with
Hey,
the world?
in general.
This is so easy.
In
Okay, let's go
general.
with the world. Let's not throw each other under the
No,
bus.
I'm going with what I do that annoys you
But
because
can we
this
also
is
say
a
the world because
this is a
needs to be
layup
said.
answer.
This needs to be said.
I
We could
want-
do it
so
both.
I
We
want
could do
the
it both.
puntos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will give you bonus points if you get all four.
Okay, necesito puntos. Okay.
Whoa.
That right? I'm just kidding. That right there. Layton cracks his toes.
Yes.
I've told you this before,
Yeah.
Richie.
I crack my toes. Chelsea hates it like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I almost guessed for your catchphrase, like, I'm going to cut him off because you say that to me a lot. Or I'm going to kill you. Like, I'm going to bury you.
oh my gosh. Okay.
Romantic.
Everybody looks terrible.
Marriage is great. Yeah. Your biggest pet peeve?
Yeah.
This
With the world.
with the world. I think it's going to be, this is a little bit broad, but maybe you can dial it down a little bit. I think
Okay.
it's negativity or people saying bad things, people in the church saying bad things about the church or each other.
She's
I
got a
mean, I
clear
don't
answer.
like that, but
Okay.
that's not a pet peeve. I just think.
We need those points.
No point
Sorry,
for
bro.
Layton.
I mean, I can't
That's
just
okay.
be agreeable.
Okay.
I think you're okay without the bonus points, but it was just going to be bonus points, you know?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did get the toe
It was like
cracking.
overachieving.
Okay. What is it for you in the world?
I don't like. Okay, I have two guys. Women's bathroom lines. What are you doing in there?
That's wow.
Why are they so long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And two, when we go on a lot of hikes or walks, and we say hi to pretty much every person we walk by, and a lot of people don't say hi
I'd say
back.
85%
And
of
that's
people
just
don't
crazy
say hi
to me.
back.
Yeah,
I'm a don't say hi back person.
you
See,
don't.
you're part of the problem.
I knew it.
I'm
Well,
the
See,
guy.
at least you
Nehemiah?
acknowledge.
At least you acknowledge it.
Nehemiah would be like, hello,
Yeah.
and then want to stop and talk to the yeah.
Becky would
Okay.
be
I'm
that
a little
person.
bit more
Yes.
like, I'm fine with not saying hi, but I like it when he makes friends.
Just
You
even
know,
a
it's just kinda
smile.
fun,
just
you know?
even like I'm a human.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
Layton's.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's
so do we do
great.
both? Chelsea? What's Layton's pet peeve?
With her?
Layton,
Or the world, or both?
the world, I would say traffic. You
Yeah.
don't like traffic.
Not a fan.
Okay. Nailed that one.
Easy.
With me,
What could there possibly be?
you don't like, actually, I know this. You don't like when I say like, especially when we record.
Yeah, because we do our podcasting, and I just want to I wanted to get like one of those bells when we were talking, like ding every time she said like, just
Yeah.
like, but that seems a little demeaning.
Wow.
So
It kinda
You got 3
does,
out of
yeah.
4 on
Good
that one. That
choice.
was good.
Good
Yeah.
choice, Layton.
Well, hey, I think you guys passed.
all right.
So, how you guys dinner? That was great.
I don't
Way to
think we
go.
hit the dinner mark though.
I think you might have.
Okay.
I'll go back. I'll watch the video.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
shoot you a text
tabulate.
if you
Hey,
get
man,
dinner.
it's just an excuse to spend time with you. The dinner's secondary.
So that's how it is with us. Now let's see what's going on with New Hope Youth.
All right, guys, we have a busy last 6 or so weeks in
Yeah.
youth group. We got lots of stuff going on. So,
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost, if you're in Radiate, this Friday, April 21st, from 7 to 9 p.m., we have Marshmallow Baseball. Richie, what is Marshmallow Baseball? What
I'm
does this
so
mean?
glad that you
Why
asked.
do we want to go to that?
It is a game of my own design and creation. I'm working on a patent right now. It is soon to take over baseball as America's true pastime. That's how good it is.
Interesting.
It's basically a mixture of marshmallows, baseball, cricket, and target shooting.
That sounds fantastic.
Wow.
So basically, you don't have to be good at any one of those things to have fun playing marshmallow baseball. 2 big teams, everybody gets to bat once. There's actual rules now. I wrote them down. They aren't just in my head anymore. But
good.
honestly, it's just going to be like pizza, soda. Somebody's going to go home with an Outback gift card.
Whoa.
$20.
Nice.
So
That's like 2 blooming onions.
it's like 2 blooming onions and some water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the 6-ounce steak, not the 8-ounce.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, the Outback special, you could afford that with that. So anyway, it's on the 21st. This is a great, like, just invite a friend who maybe doesn't vibe with church situation, right? Like, this is a low pressure invite, as we like to call them. Like, if there's somebody who's like, God's stupid, or I don't really like church, or that seems dumb, or whatever, and they just always harshing you about inviting them to church or talking to them about God, this is a time to be like, look, it's at my church, but it's not like a church thing. And then when they show up, they'll realize that we love each other so much, and they'll want to come back. It's just, you know, it's a thing. So, like, sometimes people just need to see that we're just regular people. So that's an opportunity for that. So April 21st, we'd love to see you here. Also, the following week, Wildfire has a late nighter.
Yeah, a late nighter. So April 28th, 5:30 to 10:30. We're staying up late. We're playing crazy games, one of which is our favorite game called What's in the Box,
Oh my goodness.
where you have to, there are 6 straws, and you have to drink each of the liquids and tell us what it is.
Now,
in
most
order
of the
to
time,
win.
the liquids are like actual liquids that
Yeah,
you would
okay.
like for
Yeah.
instance.
Okay, it's not like
Gatorade
mayonnaise.
flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, what color Gatorade are you drinking? You know, what
dark
soda
colored
is this?
sodas, light colored sodas.
What
But-
about the other times?
I always throw in other things
Okay.
like
Lemon juice.
pickle
or something?
juice or ketchup.
Clam juice.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think we
no.
Tomato
had
juice.
olive juice once.
Olive juice.
So
Olive juice.
you know,
That'd be
it's
good.
the late nighter is a great time.
Yeah.
Again, another low pressure invite. Invite a friend. They're going to have a great time. So
Absolutely.
April 28th, 5:30 to 10:30. You can register online. We'll put the link in the description. It's $5. Super cheap.
Yep.
Pizza, soda. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. And if you haven't already, this Wednesday, tomorrow, you can buy one of the new t-shirts to wear at either one of these events.
Mhm. Yeah,
or you
we've
could
got
buy
new
one for your
merch.
friend that you're inviting and be like, hey, come to church. I buy you a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So the new merch is out. We have dark blue t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's dark blue.
Kind of.
It's kind of dark blue. And what are we calling the other color?
Lavender.
Lavender.
Like a light purple.
Lavender.
They look
We got
very
they're
spring.
both spring colors. You know, they're amazing.
And they're $5.
And they're going quick. We at least sold more than half of them.
We're
yesterday.
buying 2
We're
before
walking
we
out
leave.
of here.
So
We're walking.
there's going to be less than half
Amazing.
left.
Less than half. So you might want to bring your money tomorrow. $5 for a t-shirt.
Also, in the comments below, let us know what you would like to see from the merch side of things
Mm-hmm.
in the future. We've had a suggestion that maybe we should do a hat of some sort.
Mm.
Shout out to John Nooney. He wants us to do a hat.
John Nooney.
So, you know, I don't know. We've done crew neck sweatshirts.
Yeah.
We've done pocket tees. We've done regular t-shirts. We're working on some tote bags.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, you know, if there's something you want to see, put it in the comments below. Maybe we can make it happen for
What do
you.
you guys think about socks?
I would
Like
love
a nice
some nice
white
socks.
ankle sock.
Like,
like
What's
the
it gonna
ones
say?
that the kids wear, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
What are
And
those
like-
They're
called?
like the
You know,
short
you wear
crews.
those.
Like the
There's
tennis
short crew
socks.
socks. Yeah.
The crew sock. Yeah.
You wear
something.
those
Yeah.
at the gym.
I'm hip, yeah.
They're
what?
shorter
You're
though,
so
right? Like they're like
cool.
lower than your calf.
Yeah.
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 That's the
Like
jam.
embroidered or something.
Whoa.
That'd be
That'd be
so
really cool.
Okay,
I
that'd
would
be
wear that.
I don't know,
amazing.
just an idea. Comment below what you think.
Either way, whether we make socks or hats, both of those things would be great things to have when we go to camp this summer.
Yeah.
Speaking of camp this summer, it's time to sign up for camp already.
Already.
I can't believe it. Survivor's August 7th through 11th, and high school camp is July 24th through 28th. Both signups are open right now. You're going to want to sign up now, number one, because who's not pumped for camp, but also because when we get to the end of June, the cost for high school camp goes up,
Oh.
and it's kind of significant. So you're going to want to sign up now. And you're going to want to get ahead of the game on that. Also, if you're thinking about going to a different camp instead of going to this camp, let me just remind you, as I did this past week, the reason why our camp is better is not because it's more fun or more exciting, because it's probably not. We're not professional camp put on people. The reason why our camp is better is because the people that you've been sitting in a circle with this year are going to be at that camp, and you're going to get to sit in a circle with them again. And it's going to change your life in a way that doesn't stay at camp but comes home with you. So I'm just going to put that out there again. If you're thinking about going to Lake Ann, I'm just going to say it by name. Don't do it. Come to our camp instead, because at our camp, you're going to bring it home with you. At Lake Ann, it's going to stay there.
Yeah.
Just
Building
facts.
community.
You
Yeah.
can go back after these camps and be like a counselor after you graduate at Lake Ann and help them be more like this camp.
Exactly.
So really, that's the
Or
responsible
never
way
see
to
those
do it.
people again.
Or never see him
Right?
again.
Yeah.
I went to Ponderosa Pines every year, like my whole life, and the camps that we had that were just us, where we could like be honest with each other and then come home after being honest with each other, that was a big deal in my life.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Survivor this year. So 7th through 9th graders can come to Survivor. It's some of these people's watching. It's going to be their first time coming.
so good.
We obviously have to talk about the mud pit because that's like the
mud pit.
Survivor
Yes.
tradition.
What's that?
It's a pit of mud that we play games
Go
on our
on.
hands and knees. We play a variety of games.
Such as
Do you wrestle?
Yeah, absolutely. We play
trash get ball,
trash get ball.
I like that a lot.
Nice.
We
which
play
is rugby, football, and basketball mixed together in the mud.
on your hands and knees. We
Okay.
play steal the bacon, where
With
there are
giant inner
a
tubes.
line of inner tubes, and you
No.
have to get whoever has the most inner tubes on their side at the end wins. And we also play games like, oh, we've hidden a small object in the mud.
Yes.
Whoever
Such
finds
as
it first.
a banana.
Yes. A
I
golden
love
banana,
it.
for instance. If you know, am I right?
Yeah, that's fact.
So you don't want to miss Survivor. It's going to be a great time at the Starwood Ranch. So sign up. We'll have the link in the description below.
So that's what's going on with New Hope Youth. Now let's find out what's going on with Layton and Chelsea.
All right.
So we're so pumped to have Layton and Chelsea on the show. And I just want to ask you guys, especially as people that like I honestly very spiritually very much respect, and I like hearing from you guys. What is like something that God has been teaching you or kind of like doing in your life lately that you can share with us today?
Go for
It's
it,
a
babe.
loaded
Me
question.
first?
It is
Yeah.
a loaded
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
I think for me, I have just been learning a lot about viewing my life and living my life in the context of eternity.
Mm.
And I think that kind of was spurred by Chelsea and I started doing the podcast because it was about a subject where we do the podcast about pornography. And that was something that I was really nervous about doing. And I had all these doubts and all these pride issues of thinking like, I don't want to do this. I don't want people to think bad things about me, blah, blah, blah. This is embarrassing to talk about. And we did a few episodes, and then I had a friend talk to me and tell me what a difference it made in his life. And it was just like this weight came off me of, I don't really care what people think of me. I don't care what the cost is. If I get to see people coming out of bondage and people learning more about Jesus, I mean, that's a cost that's easily worth it. I'm never going to think twice about that because things can seem so huge here on earth, like this is all there is. And then embarrassment matters a lot and your pride matters a lot. But when you think about this is just such a small blip of who I am, I'm an eternal being and I'm going to spend eternity with people around me and with Jesus, and things that I do here on this earth could bring more people there
Yeah.
to be with me.
Wow.
It's just, it opens the doors for, there's so many things that become so much less important, so many selfish, prideful things.
Yeah.
And just on top of that, I've got some friends who are going through some really difficult things, and seeing their faith in Jesus and how they are just everything from sickness to persecution to injustice, and the way they're handling it of saying, if this is my life, then this is my life. I have the hope of eternity. And that's been really encouraging and challenging to me to see that, of just people making incredible decisions that I can't imagine making because they love Jesus and they know that this world matters. We're here in this world and we have to be the best version of ourselves and love Jesus the best we can here. But it doesn't matter for the reasons that so many of us think it does.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if people think we're cool. It doesn't matter if we have money or cars or success. Like those things there's nothing wrong with them. They're great, but that's not the point. So that's been it's been eye-opening for me, and it's been a process for me to learn that.
Yeah, Layton,
that.
how do you think that, just for the people watching, like, how do you think you get to a place where that is your heart posture? You go from like living a life that is, it's so easy, right, to get caught up in your current circumstances and just the hand you've been dealt, if you will. But how do you get to a space where that is your mindset of finding your hope in the time to come?
Yeah. I know a lot of the people that you guys have watching are going to be students. And I remember in junior high and high school especially,
Yeah.
I remember it seems like that world is your whole world.
Yeah.
It seems like this is all there is. And so I have a lot of empathy and compassion for kids who are watching and students who are watching, because it is really hard when it's been your whole life, because school has been most of your life. And so it seems like this is all that there is. I think for me, and it's going to be probably different for every person, For me, it came from having to lay something down that was really important to me, which to me was my pride and my security.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's a hard work that Jesus has to do. But I think for me, the key to unlocking that was feeling God's call and the tug from Christ to do something. And I didn't do it as willingly as I should have done, but it was that obedience. And then he showed me, look at the fruit. Look at what I can do through just this little bit. Because it's nothing about what I'm doing. Like Chelsea and I know it's nothing about what we're doing, but God is using it. So that's what it was for me. It was the obedience, which should have been faster and better. But then God being able to open that up through the obedience.
Can I say something to that, though?
Yeah.
A guest that we had on, Felicia Masonheimer and friend, she said something that kind of really stuck with us, and I think was the catapult to you wanting to actually share a little bit of our story on our show. And that was, when you say it out loud, not only does that start the healing process, but it loses its power.
It does.
And I think we often think there are things that we need to keep secret and silent, even from God, because people around us can't handle it. Maybe they'll reject us. Maybe they won't, think highly of us. Maybe we'll get punished in some way. But that's where the enemy wants to keep you, is in those silent, secret spaces. So whatever it is that is a struggle, for you, it was that, but I feel like I saw, you talked about your friend, chains coming off, but I almost saw chains coming off of you too.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Wow, thanks for sharing
So
that.
you guys are talking like about this idea of like bringing things into the light and like this idea of honesty, which we try and like bring to the kids all the time, right? It's like, just be honest, just be honest. How does being honest about things that maybe are like kind of like a sticking point for you, how does that impact kind of the rest of your life? Like, how do you see that as like a catalyst for other parts of your life changing or your perspective changing? How does that like work through itself through your life?
Man, you guys have good questions.
Yeah, you guys do have good questions.
Do you want that or me?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that openness on an earth level, it creates trust. It creates transparency with people in your life, those relationships. It's great to have friends that you have fun with. I know a lot of your students have fun here, but I think that a relationship is truly only as deep as the honesty in it.
Yeah.
And so if you have friends here, and I hope that's what's happening in small groups here, and I'm sure it is because you guys are awesome at what you do, but those small groups are only going to be able to get tighter and richer when those students are honest with each other and they share their struggles. Because if I'm not willing to share with Chelsea, that's going to make her feel like I'm pulling back, like there's walls there.
Yeah.
And I think it's also really healing for you to realize when you share with people and they still love you,
Yeah.
and you realize like, oh, I'm not this shameful being. I'm a human being who's fallen, who makes mistakes, and these people still love me. Yeah. And then when they can share with you and you get to experience someone else being vulnerable with you and you can still love them through that, I think it can't help but permeate through every part of your life here on earth and all of your relationships. And then you think about your relationship with God, who's this perfectly loving being who already knows the stuff about you. Yeah. But then when you're able to be open and honest with him and let him speak into those things, and you stop holding that inside of you, but you open it up to him so that he can work in it. I mean, that's just an eternal exponential impact.
Like he delights in our neediness. Like he desires that. He wants us to come to him. And that's beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah. And one of like exact perfect picture of the gospel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is like this idea of like us here, just like hoarding our sinfulness. And even in that moment that Christ would come and die for us.
Yeah.
And even in that moment that Christ would die for us, not out of duty or because he had to or whatever, but because he loved us so deeply, even in that moment. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, Jesus like continually revealing to us the gospel in our lives and a gospel-centered lifestyle that requires honesty and faith. And those are the two things that are always going to be propelling us forward. I love that. That's awesome.
It's
awesome.
so kind.
Chelsea, do you have anything else you want to share about what God's doing in your life?
How long do you have time for? We've been in such a transitional, and we still are quite a bit with pursuing, stepping out into our calling. It's not easy. It is hard, but like Layton said, people's lives are changing, and That's really special. So we've been in a lot of transitions, but I think the one thing that I feel led to share about is feelings. Like I feel like, especially being a woman, that a lot of times my emotions and my feelings can actually dictate what I think is reality. And I think that turning that into kind of a gospel message is, I may think, this, and this, or I may be experiencing this, and this, but coming back to actually what the truth is. And I think sometimes we mask it with things like, oh, my truth and all of this. But like, if we are not founded, like it runs so deep what the truth actually is, man, we can sway so far. We can have issues and a hard time remembering and affirming who we actually are. Like that can just sway back and forth. And also the enemy loves that. The enemy loves to sit there and especially as a woman that does have feelings and hormones, like I just feel like sometimes I'm prey to that. And so having scripture and the armor of God to remind me who I am, or even in marriage. I mean, there are times where I've thought like Layton doesn't love me, and it's so crazy to think, but I have been in those moments, and I'm sure you guys have too. And it's just crazy how easily it is to be swayed by your feelings. And that's why it's so important to be rooted in the truth and to meditate, not just to memorize scripture, but to meditate and say it, and almost say it as a mantra to yourself. That's just what I've been.
That is so good. And I think it's so easy when your feelings or your emotions are swaying so much. It's so easy to find an unhealthy way to cope with that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, for a lot of us, it's scrolling on our phones, or it could be anything, right? But I think when you turn to what you said, you turn to scripture that is always true and is a firm foundation for you to stand on, that will change your life, right?
Yeah.
Like that will give you stability when you feel like you have none.
Yeah.
So that's so good. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of Howsit. So we will see you next time.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.